Hey, what's going on everyone? Back with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Retro Vintage Carded Fantastic Four, The Thing. So surprisingly enough, this figure is packed in the same exact package size as the other figures in the wave. They managed to fit the whole figure within the space that they already had. They didn't need to increase the size of the package, which is pretty impressive. You could see down here they used the bottom, little pieces of plastic. I don't know what would you call that, because here's Mr. Fantastic. Of course, it's just empty, but they used that for his feet. That's one way you could, utilize every space, nook and cranny in the package to fit the figure. But that's pretty impressive. Here's the back of the figure. You can see it's got the cool image at the top, and then you see it's got the head swap image. We've got the rest of the wave down below with Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Psycho Man, and High Evolutionary. The read-up reads, with his nearly indestructible body and incredible strength and stamina, the Thing possesses the ability to crush evil, and that's said in multiple languages. If you guys are looking to pick up this wave, be sure to check out the links in the description below, where you guys can order yourself a set of this Retro Fantastic Four. Well, that's kind of sneaky. Look at that. I actually did not know this figure came with a separate set of hands until now. So here we have the Thing. Hasbro is definitely not letting their awesome Thing body sculpt go to waste. This is our third Thing utilizing the same body sculpt. I don't expect it to change. That's definitely a nice sculpt, and there's no reason to do another one. So third re-release or repaint of this Thing. We do get a new head sculpt with this release. The one that we see here without any teeth. Not a big fan, I gotta say. I prefer the teeth. I guess there's a large portion of fans out there that believe the Thing should have no teeth, and some of them believe he should have teeth. I just think he looks better with teeth. It makes sense that he shouldn't have teeth, seeing that he's all like rocks and not organic, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with the teeth. It just looks a lot better. That being said, Hasbro was gracious enough to include a head sculpt with the teeth. I mean, they mentioned this in their promotion of the figure. They definitely wanted to get both looks, and they did that here. So we have an angry look with some pretty deep eyes. So you see a very heavy shadow over the eyes. Can't really see it until you look in there, but looks good. I like the face. It's a whole new head sculpt, so I dig it. Definitely like that. So 2 new head sculpts is pretty nice. We also do get a set of fists that were kind of hidden behind the nameplate in the package. They aren't really shown at all until you open the figure. So we get a pair of fists, and then we have the open hands on the actual figure itself. That's all the accessories you get with this thing. See what I did there? Alright, so here's the head sculpt without teeth up close. Let's talk about it. There it is. Looks good overall. Again, the no teeth is not my thing, but I definitely see a pretty cool looking thing. It's very different. Kind of looks like a little baby or like an old grandpa missing teeth. Kind of weird, but he does have a tongue sculpted in there. Pretty cool. I like that detail. And he also has the deep eyes in there, the heavy brows. So there's that. Also, the figure has this like kind of light spray on the torso and shoulder area. Also on the back. I don't know if this is just to give off like an animated look, but it's there. I don't really like it too much. I much prefer the shading of all these cracks like they did with the Walgreens exclusive Thing, which we'll compare them next to. Once you put them next to that one, yeah, that Walgreens one wins any day. But this is different. It doesn't look too bad on its own. He also has that same paint on the head there. Really only major difference in the suit is the blue color with the white stripe on the waist. Mine has this weird little brown thing like infused with the plastic there and also there. I don't know what that's all about. And there's the alternate head sculpt attached to the figure. And yeah, man, all day. This is the way I'm going to go. This is the look. Very nice. I love the fact that we get the option there, so everyone will be happy. Alright, so there you have a side-by-side of the new retro carded Thing next to the Walgreens exclusive Thing here. And you see clearly there what I meant about the shading all over the figure, or at least in the cracks of the figure. I really like that. detail a lot, and I'm definitely leaning towards this thing as still being my favorite thing. Now, with that being said though, this one still has its own, I don't know what it is. It just looks good, you know? It's very different. This is more, I guess, realistic look. And then this is more comic bookish, at least the design. I think the head sculpt's what does it, and that paint job. So, if you want a more like right off the pages kind of comic booky, maybe animated style thing, go for the retro vintage. But if you're looking for more realism, I say go with the Walgreens exclusive. Also, the orange is way more vibrant on the retro carded version. And just to lean in a tad bit closer to the figures, we see the head sculpts there. They're very different. They're both kind of expressing the same facial expression, but it's definitely sculpted differently. And then here we have next to Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic from the same retro carded wave. Looking very nice. These of course go well together, seeing that they're matching colors there from the same, era of the Fantastic Four. So looking good. These are the two figures I've opened and reviewed so far. I'll compare them all together, of course, as I review the set, so stay tuned for the rest of the figures of the wave. Alright, so what do you do if you already have the thing from the Walgreens exclusive or the Super Scroll wave? Well, you just do what we're all doing. You either decide to have them all or you decide to have one of them, and which one is your favorite. So you have three options. I'm leaning towards the Walgreens exclusive as being my favorite, but I also do want a classic looking Fantastic Four setup. So I definitely got to grab all of these because we're finally getting those classic blue and white outfits and kind of a comic book style release, at least with this thing here. So I dig it. Although it doesn't have the shading that I love so much from the Walgreens release, it's different. I don't need the same exact figure twice. So I own that one, and I own this one. Also, as you may have noticed, I did not go through the articulation since it is a figure that we've gotten before. This is the third time we get this body mold, so we're all pretty familiar with what this figure has to offer in terms of articulation. And with that, I will wrap things up. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, take care, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.